Today we are speaking with Elena Corrales, who is an agronomic engineer at UPM. She is devoted to sustainability, and due to her strict sense of professionalism, she did a master in sustainable management of the company. Nowadays, she is analyst of sustainability in BCG. Despite her young, she has been working for the National Association of Plastic, being the head of the Department of Environment and Sustainability. So, Ms. Corrales, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks a lot for inviting me to this seminar.
First of all, I would like to know if, as an agronomic engineer, you studied or learned many things about sustainability in your degree.
I think that the degree I studied, agronomic engineer, as you said, has a sense of sustainability since we talk all the time about environmental resources. They can be food or they can be animals, and we learn how to take the best from them in a sustainable way. So I think in such a sense you can have that feeling studying a degree. Also in the degree there was a specialization course, like in the fifth year you could choose to specialize, and there were some subjects about environmental. It's true, like 6 years ago when I was studying, sustainability wasn't as much in fashion, we can say, like it is now, but we already were talking about rural development, we were talking about environment, we were talking about taking care of the resources. So in a sense, I think it's a good degree to have an overview of sustainability. Yeah.
What reasons carried you to study your master?
Then I was working for the plastic industry. We started to see that a lot of environmental regulations were going on, that environmental issues were increasingly important, that a lot of labels and eco-labels were arising, and we started to hear about new terms, like can be life cycle analysis, or that can be life cycle approach, or the standards like ISO 40,000, the environmental management. So I thought that it was not fashion, but it was something that really the companies have to take care to face the future. So that's why I looked for a more professional education about this course. But of course, it's because inside the companies I started to see these needs of having an environmental sustainability education.
Do you think that your speech could have a deep repercussion among those present, or do you think that actually students are not worried about the environment or taking care of the environment?
I don't know about my speech, but I really think that students are worried about environmental issues. As we are all the citizens now, we take those environmental things into our daily decisions. I think maybe not as much as we should, but I think we are all aware that something is going on, that climate change, the environment, that water scarcity. We know that those things are going on. So I think I forgot what the answer.
Young people are
Sorry. So I think that really not only young people, but also all people that are starting to think that we didn't have this type of temperature, we didn't have these problems, and we are all really concerned about environmental. I think there is still room for improvement. We care, but we are not always willing to modify our lifestyle or to change our current lifestyle, but I think it will increase too.
As we all know, we are racked by a global economic crisis, and governments are reducing budgets for almost everything. So how is the crisis affecting the sustainable plans?
Surprisingly, I don't think the economic crisis is affecting the plans of the government to tackle climate change, and in a way or another, there is also a sense of need and an urgency in this sustainable crisis. Like, for instance, energy prices are increasing a lot, and that when you are going to fill the car, you will notice, of course, and that will increase the need of a sustainable alternative. Of course, the budget and subsidies and some of the money that used to be available, like for public projects or for investment, is decreasing. But I don't think the concern are decreasing. And also, the companies see it as a good way of finding new revenues and, as we were talking before, reducing costs within the organization.
Have you heard that in our degree of material science and engineering, we study a subject called recycling materials? Do you think that it is enough to become engineers with a great sense of sustainable?
Not at all. I mean, recycling materials for sure is one of the different subjects that you can have in relation to sustainability, but it's not the only point. You should also talk about energy efficiency in the production process, or you should talk about developing new materials, innovation. So recycling is one part of a lot of things that can be done within the material industry. And now maybe it is the most heard among the public, recycling and these things, but it's not the only thing that you should take into account to make a material more sustainable or to produce in a better way.
So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.